I think we have to remember that we're in a business of making fantasies, and I think in a time when so many films subject matters can be dark and paralleling what's going on in the world, that when a romantic comedy comes out, it's refreshing. Because you go, I can escape for 2 hours, pretend like life can be sweet like that, and then go back to the real world where you realize nothing like that exists. I think romantic comedies have probably destroyed more relationships. I think in small doses, they're very necessary because there's a sweetness to them, and we've become very jaded and very cynical, and I think every once in a while, it's okay to be sweet, you know. I know that Oscar, who plays Ramon, very sexy Ramon, I know that he had certain things he had to do, but I asked that they not tell me what he does so I could be surprised. So when he offered himself to my face, I didn't know that was happening. He took my fingers. I didn't know where he was going to put them. I like comedy that way. As much as possible, I like when improvisation surprises me, but he had the hardest job out of everyone. Our naked scene was nothing compared to how difficult his scene was. He's amazing. So he did some improvising. Yes, he did.
¿Y les han hablado ya a sus padres?
Vamos a ir a verles. Les daremos la sorpresa.
¿Y dónde tienen la casa? Alaska.
¿Alaska?
They have to somehow create this ruse that their engagement is authentic, and that awkward relationship really brought out a lot of
¿Tiene
hilarious
poderes
moments.
especiales? Yo la llamo la fábrica niños.
¡Qué bien! Bueno, el desayuno para la parejita. Andrew. Tu madre está en la puerta. Levántate y ven aquí. ¡Un momento! Rápido, dame eso. Ponte la concha de los niños. No, espera, que aparte la concha de los niños. No, esta no. Venga, ya está.
Un momento, espera.
¿Qué?
¿Te has maquillado?
¿Qué? No, claro que no.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué quieres?
Abrázame.
Vale.
Pero bueno, ¿qué es eso?
Perdón, el efecto de la mañana.
¿Qué efecto de la mañana? ¿Estáis bien?
Sí, espera un segundo. Vamos, ya puedes entrar.
Colócate. Mi pelo. Así, vale.
Oh, there are many people in our business who are far worse than this woman is. No, it was written this way. I read it and I knew who she was. I knew how she looked. I knew what I wanted her to wear. She was written perfectly that way. But also the good thing is that I don't live in Hollywood, so I can make fun of all those people as much as I want. And it's funny, some people would ask me, is that such and such? You know, and I was like, no, it's not, but it's funny that you think that it's such and such. No, it was written that way, and I didn't base it on anyone. Maybe I should have. I might not be working in Hollywood anymore if I really did base it on somebody.
Okay.
I took some time off. I wasn't happy working in this business. I had other things that I liked to do. I produced a TV show for 5 years. I was always working. I just didn't want to be in front of the camera. And it seems like I've been working a lot lately, but all it is a lot of, projects that I've done over a certain period of time all decided to come out around the same time, but they're all incredibly different. There's smaller roles in some, totally. So it's a nice mix of films. They've just all decided to come out at the same time. So I really have no control over when the things come out, nor do I want to have control over that. They just decided to come out at the same time. And then I'll go back into hiding. Don't you worry.
Oye, ¿podemos dejar la reunión de la familia feliz para otro momento? Es que acabamos de despertarnos. ¿Os importa?
Tu madre y yo tenemos una propuesta que haceros, y a mí me parece una maravillosa idea. ¿Qué os
Queremos
parecería
que os caséis aquí mañana.
Mañana.
¿Qué? Si os vais a casar de todas formas, ¿por qué no os casáis aquí, que estamos todos juntos, y así la abuela Annie puede participar?
No. Lo haríais por mí. antes de que muera.
Vale.
Vale, sí.
I just love Lenina Huxley's name.
Yeah.
I thought the idea to Demolition Man was so clever, and I think it was also, the writing was way ahead of its time. There's a lot of parts of that film that were brilliant, but kind of lost because they saw it as action fluff. So was the question, would I want to go back?
Would you like to go back and sort of do those things again?
There are a few films, not that film, but there are a few films that, one in particular, that I would like to go back and redo, knowing what I know now in life. I look at some things and I go, oh, I never should have done that film, given how little I knew of life in the world and how immature I was at the time. I would like to go back now with the knowledge. I mean, we can't. But it's making me smarter in how I pick my films from now on. But there's a couple that I feel bad that I didn't have the maturity to understand back when I did them. But
Okay.
c'est la vie.
C'est la vie, c'est la vie.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.